Good morning, everybody. Welcome into the Spotlight Omaha podcast, where we take you around the city of Omaha, introduce you to business owners, influential figures, and people who are making a difference in our community today. We're brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing is a locally owned marketing firm who specializes in website design, creating social media ads, and engaging your brand online. If your business needs help with any of that, check out pixelfiremarketing.com for more details today. Today on a Tuesday, I'm joined by Shannon McKean of Woodmen, Modern Woodmen. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we linked up a couple weeks ago at a networking group, and we've been talking about doing this. So I'm really glad we were able to get you in and have a conversation about what all you guys do at Modern Woodmen, which is not related to in any way the big building downtown. Is that the most frequently asked question you get?
It is. So when people hear Modern Woodmen, they always assume that I'm working for Woodmen Life downtown, two separate companies. So both kind of do the same thing, but I do not work for for Woodmen Life. I work for Modern Woodmen of America.
Can you walk us through what Modern Woodmen does and you specifically in your role?
Yeah, so I am a financial representative for Modern Woodmen. We are a not-for-profit financial organization. Our home office is actually based in Rock Island, Illinois. Our regional office is in Lincoln, Nebraska, and then we have just opened up another office here in Omaha. And so I get to help people with life insurance, retirement planning, investments, helping people make financial plans and become secure in their financial life.
Is the non-for-profit financial planning stuff, is that pretty unique? Because that it doesn't seem like there's too many nonprofits that handle this stuff.
We are technically the third biggest fraternal organization,
Okay.
So that's how we get that not-for-profit status. So what fraternal means is we get to do business and then give back to our communities as well. So we have member programs, member benefits. So when people join Modern Woodmen, they get the opportunity to participate in social, educational, volunteer work. We do matching funds for places around the community. We do service projects, donations. It's really great that we get to involve all the members too.
Yeah.
They can come if they want to and just give back. We offer scholarships, so we do a lot for the community.
Last time I saw you, you were the person that brought on the lady from Project Pink, right?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to see what the involvement was there, but never mind.
Yeah.
When someone walks into your office for the first time, what are some of the most frequently asked questions you get asked, whether it be about financial planning, life insurance, whatever it may be? What are some of the most commonly asked questions that you get?
A lot of people are just very concerned with how can I protect my family in the case that I was not going to be there anymore.
Sure.
So if something happened, people want kids, family members are protected in the event of an emergency or a sickness, because nobody expects to get sick or die too soon or be in an accident, but it happens. And so I take pride in knowing that I'm helping families protect against events like that do happen.
Is that a tough conversation for some people to have? Because, I mean, obviously, if we're talking about people that are in their retirement stages, they're probably obviously planning because Father Time's undefeated. But somebody walks in 30, 35 years old, does that seem to be a tough conversation for people?
Yeah, sometimes, because I think the younger people, they don't understand that, they kind of have the this isn't going to happen to me mentality. Right. So really talking to people and saying, it's hard to look into the future and see what could happen to you, but we want to make sure that you are protected for anything that could happen and make sure that your kids and your family will be okay.
Yeah, and this is one of the beauties of being live. Could you do me a favor? Can you slide your microphone to the right just a little bit? Your face is blocked. There you go. Perfect. All right. Thank you for doing that. When we talk about serving, you're not from Omaha, but you serve the Omaha area, and you're able to serve the entire state of Nebraska. How big of a deal is that for you?
That is a huge deal. I have clients, in Omaha all the way out west. So I like to travel and meet them face to face because I love talking to people face to face. But it's a huge deal to know that Modern Woodmen is spread throughout the whole state of Nebraska. I think in Nebraska alone we have about 8,000 Modern Woodmen members. So
that's incredible.
Yeah. So it's incredible, and it's fun to go to the different places in the state as well.
Percentage-wise, how much would you say the work that you do is done in Omaha versus outside of, obviously, Nebraska's largest city?
Right now, a lot of it is done in Omaha and surrounding areas, but I'm hoping to get more involved out west. It's kind of hard with two little ones at home,
Yeah.
but
Is that market kind of hard to crack too? Because it feels like you've kind of got to know people, and it's kind of a guarded community for all the right reasons.
Yeah, yeah. You want to go in, trust is a big thing in this industry. You want to be able to be trusted by the people that you're meeting with. And, sometimes it takes more than one meeting to build up that trust and that relationship with your clients.
I think it's a nice close drive for you.
Yeah.
You're obviously from Stromsburg, Nebraska, and then you went to Nebraska and Doane, both obviously within the Lincoln Crete area. How much of an adjustment was it for you to move from a small town to a bigger town, I guess? We won't call Lincoln quite a city. No offense, Lincoln. And then obviously at that time you were teaching school, and now you've made this adjustment. What are those different parts of your life like, and how easy of an adjustment were they?
So I am from a small town, Stromsburg, Swedish capital of Nebraska. That's what we like to say. There's some other towns in Nebraska that will.
It's on the sign,
argue
right?
with us. It's on the sign.
Yeah.
We did the Swedish festival. But I graduated with 20 people in my class, and going from knowing everyone in your class to moving to University of Lincoln, where it's huge. It was an adjustment. I loved it, though. I loved every minute of it. I was kind of ready to get out of the small town, not leave my parents, obviously, but get to the big city and do that. I went into teaching. So
Do you miss it?
I do. There's parts of it I miss. So I, got my teaching degree, became a teacher, and I taught in Papillion for 15 years before I decided to hang up that hat on the teaching.
Some of the best advice I've ever been given is when you're talking about your financials, find somebody with the heart of a teacher, somebody that can help you explain things. Do you think your teaching background helps when you're walking somebody through, hey, this is what the end of your life is going to look like, and this is how we're going to protect your kids and your assets when you're no longer here? Do you think that helps?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I just feel like I know how to break things down a little bit in smaller so people can fully understand, communicating with them. And I just, I worked with second graders for many, many, many years.
I just hear Michael Scott saying, explain this to me like I'm 5.
Yeah. And, sometimes I feel like just people need things presented to them in different ways, where some families may need things more talked out, other families may need more visuals. So being able to adapt kind of like in the classroom. And also, I did teach second graders for many years. Now I feel like I get to use that, and I'm educating families and retirees and business owners and things. So I I'm doing the same thing with just a different group of people.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because what portfolio, is that the correct word? The amount of families and people that you help are very diverse, because you mentioned that you help everything from people that are retiring to families to small business owners. What would you say break down those percentages of how you spend your day in those 3 categories, and what does that look like on a weekly basis?
Well, it kind of changes from week to week. So it just kind of depends on who is on my calendar. I love working with young families. I love educating the young families with the young children about the importance of life insurance and early retirement planning. I just feel like there's a lot we can do with that group of people. With the retirees, I want to make sure that they are not out, that they have money in retirement and their money lasts as long as they do.
Sure.
And then business owners are a whole different group of people that I like to work with as well.
If somebody that's listening to this is opening up a small business or just a business of any kind for the first time, what's some of the advice you'd give them on that procedure, and at what point should they come talk to you?
I would say, in this day and age, people want to work for companies that have benefits. They want to work for companies that have retirement plans and businesses, they want to be able to attract, retain, and keep those quality employees. And one way of doing that is having good benefits and helping them out. So then in turn, they are helping you out by working there.
If obviously, not only do you do this, but you and your husband own a flooring and tiling business too. When we're talking about, because obviously 2 very different things, but is there anything that you do at Modern Woodmen and versus what your husband does at McKean Flooring? Is there anything where it's a crossover or similar? Or are they just 2 different of industries where it's like, this is church and state, completely separate?
They're pretty different, but he is in the sales part of McKean's as well, so he kind of understands, the communication skills, the people skills, the trust, the relationships. So we kind of talk about that together. But, him going in and doing someone's floor and remodeling their house, he's essentially putting together a plan.
Yeah.
Kind of what I get to do with my clients as well. So
how much are you?
Two different, two
Yeah.
different companies, but
Similar attributes. Yeah. How involved are you in the flooring and tile business?
I am not.
Do you try to stay as far away as possible? Sure.
That is him, and that is him and his dad. So
we're catching up with Shannon McKean of Modern Woodmen here on the Spotlight Omaha podcast, brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. I think everybody knows somebody that sells life insurance or sells insurance of some kind, but it seems like there's always that sort of negative connotation around it. And guys are stupid. Let's just call it what it is. We never think we're going to die and that we're invincible.
Right.
But if somebody walks into your office and is like, hey, I'm considering getting life insurance for the first time, what are some of the initial hesitations and what are some of the, obviously, the benefits of having it long term?
Well, no one likes to talk about
Mortality.
the end of life, but it is something that's going to happen to all of us. It's a certainty.
Yeah.
So just kind of getting them comfortable with knowing that if something was to happen, that their family is going to be okay. Really letting people kind of put themselves in that situation and seeing a picture of what it would look like to your family if you didn't come home tonight, or if your spouse didn't come home tomorrow, or one doctor's appointment can change everything for you.
Absolutely.
So making sure that you have plans in place ahead of time and protecting that insurability when you are young and healthy.
You've been with Modern now for 2 years. If we're talking long-term, 5, 10 years down the road, where do you want to see yourself in this industry and maybe even at Modern?
I obviously want to stay with the company. I tell people all the time.
Not trying to get fired?
No.
Yeah.
I love my job. I love the company even more. I love everything that it stands for. I have seen how it has impacted people's lives in big ways, in small ways, community. I want to get more involved here in Omaha with helping organizations out.
Sure.
I've done a lot of matching funds already for community organizations here. I want to continue doing that. And just, being there for my clients and helping them through every stage of their life, because, it's not just a one and done meeting. When I meet with people, we will meet for life insurance, and then we will meet for, savings plans, and we will meet for different things like that. So just being there for people as their financial plans change and adjusting as needed as we go through their life. So like I said, when somebody becomes a client, it's not just
You're with them through the whole process.
Yeah.
Is that a big deal for you?
It is a huge deal. And I think I get to know people. I think it helps with the relationship. I'm a big relationship person. I like to.
When somebody is considering Modern, does that seem to be when they decide to go with you guys and they're like, yeah, we're going to go with Modern Woodmen and this is why? Is that a lot of the reasons you guys are hearing that it's not, hey, here's the sales pitch, you're now going to be working with Tim over here that you've never met before, good luck, versus, hey, the person you talk to today is the person you're going to see every time you walk in here?
Yes, and that is really important to me. I have met with people that were like, we had no idea who to call before you, and now I can call you for everything. And, it's really neat when you become friends with your clients and you're getting invited to their kids' soccer games.
Sure.
And they're telling you in their meeting about, a scholarship that their kid got or something like that. So really being there on a personal level for them as well as a professional level. You
mentioned all the things that you guys do in giving back. Do you have a favorite story or a favorite charity or somebody that's benefited from what you guys are giving back to the Omaha community?
So we have done, so I can kind of speak on my husband's business. He had an employee who lost a child too soon to a rare genetic thing, and they ended up holding a golf tournament. And so I was the matching fund sponsor for that and was able to, my company and I give back, we matched funds for the golf tournament to give to this family as they were adjusting to life that looked a little bit different with the loss of their child. So anything like that, I love to do, helping families, helping businesses.
Is there anything that you guys haven't been able to be a part of in the Omaha area that you like, hey, that'd be a lot of fun, or maybe we can somehow find our way into this?
Well, I'm just always looking for organizations that are doing any kind of projects or any kind of fundraising. So, this year we kind of do a focus each year. Last year our focus was on raising readers and really getting books into the hands of kids. So we did a lot of stuff with that last year. This year we're kind of doing some more projects with animals. So reaching out to the Humane Society and like if you know of any service animals that you know just need a little extra funding or a little extra volunteer work. Those are all things that we.
I have 2 dogs I'd willingly give you right now.
Perfect.
If we're talking about the community and growth and what that looks like, we've had a couple of insurance adjusters in here and people that obviously much different than what you do, but our home insurance agents, auto and things like that, and they're being affected by storms and the way insurance is being written. Are you guys seeing any sort of effect from that in your industry with the way the environment has been, obviously with it being kind of very unsteady for insurance in that side of things? Is that affecting the way you guys do it all?
Not really. I think what affects a lot of people now is a lot of people have kind of misguided views on how much things cost. So, you know, getting in and just talking to people about, you know, what would it cost to insure your family? What would it cost to, you know, what would you need to contribute to start a retirement plan? And, you know, really getting to know those people and knowing their numbers. It's not just a number that I can throw out to them, but really making them feel comfortable with what they need at that stage.
What's the biggest hurdle that you're facing right now in your industry?
Oh gosh, just reaching out and trying to get as many people to understand the importance of end of life planning, retirement planning, reaching people that are saying, "Oh, I'll get to it. You know, I'll get to it later." Sometimes there's not a later, so we want to, you know, really try and reach out to people and just let them and just educate them. If that's all I can do in my day, I would just want to educate people on the importance of, you know, their financial planning.
That's the toughest part. What's the funnest part about what you do?
Getting to meet people. Like I said, I love my company, so I love that I get to not only have my financial services business, but also my fraternal side of things where I get to go to events and I get to meet more members. And
Do you have a favorite event you've been to?
Well, we do a lot of golf tournaments.
Sure.
So those are fun, meeting people. I just did one this last week. We partnered with Mosaic here in Omaha, and we volunteered at their One Mosaic Day picnic. So we helped out with kickball games, cornhole registration. Kona Ice was there. So it was fun to just be able to spend a day giving back. And I was at work, but felt like I wasn't.
Yeah, not so much.
That was an awesome, awesome event. And I look forward to partnering with them a lot more in the future.
We're catching up with Shannon McKean from Modern Woodmen Fraternal Financial here on the Spotlight Omaha podcast, brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. Walk me through your mom, your wife. You're a business owner. You're a financial. You help with Fraternal Financial. You have to help raise funds for different events. Yeah. How do you handle kind of adjusting all of those things and having a work-life balance?
Well, family is very important to me. So I'm married. I have 2 little ones, a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. So life is very, very busy in our household. But I think that is the beauty of my job is I do have that flexibility. It was one of the things that kind of drew me away from the teaching world where, you know, teaching, yes, we get the summers off and that, but you know, I was there from 7:45 to 5 o'clock most days.
Right.
And with this job now, I'm able to plan my own schedule. It's really helped with our family life in, you know, making kids' schedules and picking up at daycare and being there for the important things for my kids that I might not have gotten to do. Like the first day of school was going to be very important for me when my 3-year-old goes to kindergarten. Right. And if I was teaching, I may not get to do that. So,
sure. Might have to be rounding up other people's kids.
Yeah, and balancing, you know, just letting clients know, like, these are my working hours. This is when you can call me, but I may not call you back if I'm with family. So
obviously at 3 years old and just a few months, it's probably hard for them to understand. But how much do your kids have an idea what mom and dad do? And are they involved with either? Does the little one try to go help dad at the tile shop at all?
So my 3-year-old, she doesn't think that I do anything but stay at home.
Of course,
and take care of her right now.
My 3-year-old thinks the same thing.
Yeah, because if I mention going to work, she doesn't like that. You know, she's very attached to mommy. She knows dad works at a shop.
Yeah.
But it's fun to be able to take them with on some of the fraternal events and things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she has already kind of started helping me. We've put together little goodie bags for organizations, and
That's
so
awesome.
she's helped. So she doesn't really know what she's doing, but she
Yeah, my 3-year-old loves coming in here and pushing buttons. She's not supposed to.
They're into everything.
Our soundboard used to light up, and she did something now it doesn't. So it still works, and that's fine. But she loves being in here and being able to know this is
They're a
ours.
different
So
breed, those 3-year-olds.
yeah, we're kind of reaching that point where we like to cut it off. Is there anything about Modern Woodmen that we haven't mentioned, or yourself, that people should know if they're looking to talk to somebody about their financial future or life insurance?
No, well, just, a lot of financial services companies can do the same thing. We can all do, everything the financial world can do. What kind of sets Modern Woodmen apart from other financial service companies, though, is that fraternal side of things. When you join Modern Woodmen, you truly are joining a family, a community with the ability to give back and be able to volunteer. So if that's something that you're very interested in, I would love to talk to you.
And you can get a hold of the team at Modern Woodmen at 402-597-2308. Is that the correct number? It's the one that's listed on Google, but you're looking at me like I'm incorrect.
Well, we have different phone numbers. So
if people want to get a hold of you, where can they get a hold of you at?
my phone number is 402-202-2570. I am also on Facebook, Modern Woodmen page on Facebook, and LinkedIn. And then you can find me from our modernwoodmen.org website as well.
Well, I appreciate you coming in and doing this. It was nice to meet you a few months ago, and I'm glad we got to do this as
thank
both
you.
new parents and just trying to figure our work schedules out in that
Yes.
realm of things. Again, if you want to work with Shannon and her team, give her a call. Even if you have some questions, she'd walk you through it and explain how your financial future can be handled with Modern Woodmen Fraternal Financial today. Tomorrow we'll be back. We're not going to have a 4th of July episode, but we will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the Spotlight Omaha podcast here, brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing.